Hi everyone, Josh Edwards, and welcome to the United Region. It's a new year, and here we're kicking off with a new video. I'm very excited and very thrilled you can all join me. It's a big deal. And January for 2024 we're starting off with National Hobby Month. Yes, I don't know a whole lot about it, but apparently it's a day to celebrate hobbies of all kinds for people all over the world, different ways to express themselves. And well, I kind of want to show you what we're doing is something very interesting, actually. I realize it's no longer Christmas, but I wanted to do something kind of fun. I'm going to do videos of my past hobbies, present hobbies, and hobbies I intend to do in the future. Now, I'll admit it's a little unusual, you might think, but I think it could be kind of fun. I'd love to share with me, and if you have a hobby and you'd like to kind of express it or share it on our Facebook page or the YouTube comments, please do. You know, anything. It could be cooking, it could be a sport, it could be drawing, it could be just something no one else does. In fact, I have a hobby that very few people talk about, and we're going to get into that. But right now I'm going to talk to you about Hobby Month. And speaking of hobbies past, one hobby I've been doing since I was a little boy is voices. I can do voice impersonations. And two voices I love, or at least a group of voices I love, is the Muppets, or are the Muppets. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but bottom line, I'm sure a lot of you might recognize Kermit the Frog and Animal. And well, there's a line from the Muppets I love, and I just thought it was perfect for this video, for our segment today. Let me see. Thank you, and welcome to the Muppet Show. Hey, we're very lucky because do you know who our guest star is? Frog! Our guest star is Bob Hope. Bob Hope. Oh. Animal, will you stop bugging me? Go do something to calm down. Go find a hobby or something. Hobby. Wonderful. Okay, where were we now? Hobby. I thought that would be the ultimate way to kick off Hobby Month. Can't imagine any other better way. Well, now, let us get back into another hobby from my past. Now, let's see. Now, I'll admit I've done that off and on, yes, but I haven't done as many as I like to, or I'm still learning. And believe you me, there are a lot of voices I haven't done for a long time. Ones I'd like to do, or ones I haven't done, and ones I lost. And it's an ever-growing talent. It's a big part of who I am. This hobby of the past has kind of helped me explore my ability to make people laugh, and kind of make myself laugh, and kind of keep me happy at rough times. It's a big part of who I am, to do voices and to be able to just laugh about life. And speaking of creativity, I guess one might say, another creative hobby from my past I'd like to show you is drawing on the Etcha sketch. And in case you're wondering, yes, I drew this myself this morning. This is the logo for the United Region. I felt it appropriate for our video today. And if you'd like, we can take a moment and I can give you a little close-up look at it in case it's a little hard to see with the camera. Quite amazing, isn't it? Truth be told, I didn't think I was able to do it myself. Now, this isn't exactly the same drawing that you see me holding on at my little studio or my little set, but it gives you the right kind of idea. It's about the same, or at least as best as able to recreate. Now, as you can see, there's a U and an R combined for United Region. And, well, you might wonder how anyone could do anything like this. Well, it isn't easy. First, you gotta start from scratch. I recommend starting at somewhere like the top or the bottom. And you have to know when to use what knob to bend. You don't want to make like oval shapes or curves. Like, well, as you, for those of you who have watched our show before, know that what I do is I have a United Region, mean both regions for development in the brain as well as regions in the world. And so, I kind of have it kind of shaped a little bit like a human brain or something like, best I can, like an ovalish globe. And when you want to write, when you get good enough, or if you are really stubborn enough and get really lucky, you're able to go up places like when you make the letters T or H, and you can make just a small little line and make like another layer for a drawing or something like that. Now, you do have to cut corners, literally. Believe you me, it is quite a challenge. This is one of my more elaborate drawings. As you can see, it says the United Region, like I showed you earlier, and, well, honestly, I've actually impressed myself really with this one. And, well, it might look easy, but as imperfect as it is, trust me, this is no easy talent. Like most professions or skills that people are famous for, like Michael Jordan with basketball or Leonardo da Vinci with painting, or, well, pretty much anything that people turn into a career or a passion, it takes an awful lot of work, dedication. Passion is an ultimate element, I have to say that, a key element. And I don't know if it's because I'm not thinking, I don't know if it just comes natural to me. All I know is I've done amazing work with it. I used to do this as a little boy, I might have said, and I used to be able to do anything. I don't mean to brag, but I could do quite a bit of cartoon characters. I think I tried Buzz Lightyear once. I blamed Toy Story for that. Got me into it. Bugs Bunny, Scooby-Doo. I think I did SpongeBob. Once, I admit, I've only done it once recently within ages. I tried to do this at work. I tried to do this at work, at the school I work with. For one of the students, I drew Gary the snail from SpongeBob. And, well, fairly recently, I just bought it, and, I hadn't done it in years, other than that, and I've been trying to get back in the habit. Some of you, from viewing past projects or videos, may have seen I drew the Disney castle to celebrate the Disney company's 100th anniversary. I also drew the Warner Brothers shield, and I'm starting to try to do it more as a hobby and see what else I can draw, maybe Statue of Liberty or something. And actually, it's going to be a big project in a future video, but that is the future, and this video is the past. Speaking of which, I have one more hobby I wanted to talk about with you, and that hobby is drawing. I've been drawing for quite a while. And one hobby is I actually used to draw original characters. I've drawn maybe one original drawing of an original character I'd love to do for a comic book. Now, I don't have any of those to show. I hope you understand copyright. I don't want anyone to try to steal them. And when I was in high school, I used to do a lot of comic book fan art. Almost every 90s and early 2000 character from Batman, the Superman, and Justice League, and Batman Beyond. I did pretty good. Now I'm trying to write my own comic book. Or I did. I kind of stopped. I'm hoping to get back into that one day, soon. Right now I wanted to show you an original picture I did not too long ago. And this is a gargoyle. And if you'd like, I can do a close-up of that too. I gotta admit, for just whipping up for a few minutes, pretty nice, handsome looking gargoyle. For those of you who may not know, a gargoyle is sort of an ogre or troll looking like fella. Some of them look a little more like men or human-like, and they have wings and horns. I think they have horns. And like I said, look a little like ogres. And let me see now. They turn to stone a day and they live at night. Think of them like the original Batman. What they are is they're stone mythological creatures. Very cool. Anyway, you might have noticed that how do I say it? The wings. They were one of the hardest, if not the hardest part of this drawing. Now, you definitely have to look out for the proportions of the wings and the body. You also have to make sure the body's well proportioned. I've struggled with this a lot in the past. I've had a good teacher and friend to help me with that. Also, the legs. You'll notice the legs are about the same size. You have to watch that. That's important. And hind legs, make them look realistic. And the eyes, nose, and mouth are well proportioned, and the ears, and the horns. Well, you don't really have to worry about that with a lot of drawings. But bottom line, it's all about length, width, and proportion. And, well, enough practice and enough passion, anyone can do it. As you can see, I worked pretty hard on this gargoyle. And it's actually hard to imagine. Usually I'm a visual artist. I need an example. But really, I just kind of recreated them from memory. It's something I was doing while I was at work. I was trying to explain to a child once what a gargoyle was. I asked them if they knew what it was. I've been watching a show, so I got a little bit of a gargoyle fever, you might say. And, well, I just kind of doodled up a gargoyle, kind of like this, maybe a little small, maybe a little bigger than this, but yeah, I don't know, just kind of doing all the features I could, and I ended up creating my own gargoyle. So I thought this would be a good little original example of, well, my drawing style and my talent. And, well, I'm a little proud of it, really. So here we are, and I thank you all for joining me for our first edition of Hobby Month for 2024 and exploring my hobbies of the past. In our next video, I'm going to talk to you about a hobby I do here and now, a hobby I do in the present. I hope if any of you have an original recipe or like to cook, I think you might like this next video. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And remember, this is all about inclusion and about kind of sharing what we all have to learn from each other. And that's the whole point. Sometimes hobbies that people have can help people who need something to express their feelings or deal with energy, or kind of help them find out who they are. And even if it's not the hobby that's meant for them, sometimes it can get them thinking about what hobby does work. Modify an idea. Kind of get them thinking what's best for them. And I certainly hope that that's something we can take away from this video. I'm going to thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye!